the CHNFC skipper and coach, for a quick interview.
Very good evening to you all. Here we are live from CRNFC, home of Sri Lanka Rugby. Absolutely fantastic game that we witnessed previous two games. And here with us is Rohitha Rajapaksha, my former teammate, now coach, cum player of CHNFC. He was also the previous number 8, now turned fly half. So I just want to warm welcome to you, Rohitha. So just tell me, what are your plans? And I think you all had a very tough game with Candy previously, and now it's going to be Sia. So what are the game plans and what are you all actually expecting out of this game today, and how are you all going to perform?
Yeah, thank you, Noor. So basically, if you are talking about last game, I think we had about 19 COVID patients coming into the game. That's why our previous game against Police were postponed to the end of the season. So our first game was the Candy game, and boys were not fit, and they were struggling with the virus. I mean, everyone has to go through that phase at some point of the season. I think it's, in a way, we are glad that we had to face it first. And our boys are recovering. We are coming into this CRNFC game with fresh legs, fresh strategy, and with a set of young boys in the CRNFC playing in the opposition side, and us having a little bit of an experience set up, and even it's a matter of merging these boys together. So I think we have a lot of experience, and I think we should say that we have a little bit of upper hand in this game. So let's see how the game proceeds.
Okay, so you're talking about the little bit of upper hand that you have. So how about is it that you will be playing at Sia, the home ground? Obviously, Sian is celebrating the 100th year as well, and this was supposed to be a captain's game. So what kind of pressure how can the young side of CHNFK, and what are your strategies in building up that? Because as you all know, I think you all have a pretty young side as well as some experience as well. So how are you all going to counter that, especially playing in Sia under the pressure?
I mean, luckily, I think with the COVID situation, we don't have much of a crowd. I think that also plays a big role when you come to CRNFC. The home advantage goes away directly then and there. So coming into this field, we have a few players, about 6-7 players who has been in the Sri Lanka setup as well. So merging them with the youngsters, I think they should absorb the pressure quite well. And our structure is quite basic, just to do the little things right and go forward from there. We don't want to play too much fancy rugby because we are getting into the game after bad game on the first time we step to the field. So it should look good, I suppose.
So as I know that you all have a huge squad, especially when it comes to CHNFC, and it's going to be a pretty much short season this year as well. So what are your expectations in terms of teams? Where do you want to stand in the league ladder, and what do you all expect with this team in future? What you all going to do?
I mean, talking about the future of CHNFC, we obviously want to become the champions. I think we have a good chance this season as well. I mean, it's just we just lost one game. It's a matter of standing up again and fighting for that championship. I mean, everyone's gonna face these little issues some point of time, and we will take that as an advantage and take the boys forward to win the championship. I mean, championship is everyone's dream and goal.
Absolutely. All right, thank you so much. That is Chichi Rajapaksha, coach, cum player, and my good colleague as well. All the best to you to the game. Okay, no problem, Chichi. Bye bye. Okay. So that was Chichi Rajapaksha, coach cum player, and we have Dushan Luke, coach of CRNFC, former Sri Lanka, former CRNFC number 8, who also captain CRNFC, who is also the coach for Royal. So he comes with a lot of experience, and here he is. I think he's with CR for the past couple of years. So hi, coach, welcome to you, Dushan Luke. So in terms of, I think the previous two games. We had the game in hand, but unfortunately, CRNFC couldn't actually take up that challenge. So, playing the 100th year, playing in CRNFC, what does it mean to you playing with CEH actually? So, what are your strategies into this game?
Well, our main focus is to rebuild the side because we are playing with quite a number of youngsters. We have about 12 to 13 players who are playing their first club season. So I think in the previous couple of games also, the areas that we needed to finish and maybe seal the game, we just lacked that experience in doing so. So we have been trying to talk to them and we build on those things, and hopefully that we can start building up and give these players the experience they need, and hopefully they get the job done.
So you are a former CH player as well, and the pressure is actually on. So in this kind of setup, you're actually talking about the previous two games. What we saw was lacking was that confidence in building. So what have you done, and what are your plans in future as well? I mean, CH will be one game, but there'll be so many other games. So as a coach, what are your plans moving forward to CRNFC?
The main thing will be building combinations and also give game time much as possible to those specific combinations to build that confidence level up. So we have about 2-3 senior players, so we need to build a team also around them, and also give the young guys plenty of opportunities to play, and also guide them and correct their mistakes, and hopefully with game time that they will also start learning, and we can build on those combinations.
So any changes from previous two games, any newcomers who are coming into the team, and what sort of impact that they would have?
Yeah, last week we were really struck hard with COVID. We had about 10 players down, including our key front rowers. So this week that we have got our front row forwards back. So hopefully that will strengthen the platform for us to launch. So having those one or two key experienced front row guys, I'm hoping that it will help today.
All right. So COVID has been always an issue for both teams, and here with us was CRNFC former CR captain and current coach. Thank you so much, Dushan Luke, and wish you all the very best for today's game.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. All right. So let's go live. So we will be kicking off in 4:30. So let's start live from there onwards. Thank you all. Out and here and out.
Thank you, Ishan Noor. And yes, that was two exclusive interviews with Rohit Rajapaksha and Dushant Liuke from the two teams. We will go in for a quick commercial break and be back on the other side with the team cards, team news, and live kickoff.
We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey. This is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
Hello and welcome back to London Plays, as we can see the CHNFC team warming up and preparing for this all-important game. Both teams actually coming in to this encounter following 2 defeats last weekend, and I think it's everything to play for both teams. Of course, CRNFC was the first to get defeated against Yafos, going 19-11 down, while CHNFC also faced defeat against Kandy Sports Club 39-3. And we can have a look at the highlights from last weekend's game between Kandy Sports Club and CHNFC.
Straight through.
So while everything was happening in back play, Tarendra Ratwat has seized this kick. Makes no mistake from the tee, Tarinder, as he kicks the first points of the day. Kandy Sports Club in the lead, 3-0. Turns the ball over, but looks like CHNFC have found themselves in a strong position and won a penalty. Good play by CHNFC to win the penalty. The kick is good by Tenugananakara. 3 points all here at Nittabala as CHNFC draw level, and everything to play for. Kandy Sports Club win a lucky penalty there, and try to go quickly by Roshan, but the referee says wrong mark, and the referee shows why the penalty was, what it was for. Through she goes as Kandy gets the lead back again. This seesaw affair here at Nittabala.
Kandy scrum moving forward. Ball is retained, and here goes Roshan Veerratna with the first try under the post. Beautiful bit of play there, quick thinking by the Nipi scrum half, and he dives over under the post to score the first try of the game. Well, in fact, that is Srinath Surya Bandara who has replaced good bouncing kick caught by Tilina Bandara, but unfortunately he trips on his own feet and Nigel Ratwata sets things up. Now 2 meters out, Tarendra Ratwata, he goes in for the second try of the game, and here goes Kandy extending their lead. Lovely bit of heads up play by Srinath Surya Bandara. Good charge down by Tarendra Ratwat, and here he goes for his second try, where the referee calls time off. He seems to be going to his AR. Kalhara. This time, unfortunately, Tarendra Ratwat pulls it away to the left-hand side. The scores remain 25. Tarendra Ratwat goes to the back door. Number 31, he beats the players and gets the offload away. Chamika, he gets the offload away as well, but has that been knocked on? I'm not too sure. The referee will consult his AR, but Tarendra has gone over for his hat-trick. Beautiful kick there by Tarendra Ratwat. Now just taking the mickey out of CHNFC. Bhavanta gets a lovely offload away. Another good offload by the defender, and here goes Srinath Surya Bandara. He goes straight through and drops it off. A bit of a gift to his front row Kalhara, as now Kandy Sports Club are just toying with CHNFC. 37 points, plays 3 with the conversion from right in front and makes no mistake. 39-3, as Kandy Sports Club are now just having fun out there. Comprehensive showing by Kandy Sports Club, defeating CHNFC 39 points to 3. And that's it from us up here at the commentary box, alongside the quadrangle technical team. I am Romario De Silva signing off, and until next time, it's goodbye.
That was Kandy Sports Club against CHNFC, and Kandy, of course, getting a comfortable win, their second victory in as many weeks, as they dispatched CHNFC up at Nitrawala. Incidentally, their only game up at Nitrawala in this round, and they managed to put on 39 points against a helpless CHNFC, who just managed a solitary penalty of Tenuka Nanayakara. So I think plenty of aspects to work on for CHNFC as they enter this encounter. And but one thing will be sure, this CRNFC team will be a lot different than that Kandy Sports Club outfit. As we have a look at the CRNFC team lineup, we can see Supun Warnakula Surya returning into the starting lineup following his wedding last weekend, and it will be Samira Pumal along with Supun Warnakula Surya and Indura Bhimsara in the front row, as Gayan Dilshan and Shehan Kalaniagoda remain in the lock-in positions, while Jero Dhananjay, Devinder Kumar and Dayan Sabha round off the loose forwards. And for the backline, it will be Kavindu DiCosta with Dilshan Madhushankar in the halfback pairing, along with Yasas Kalindu and Chamod Fernando, and Gamunu Chethi, of course, in the fullback position, while Murshid Dure and Kanchana Ramanayak line up in the centres to take on a strong CHNFC outfit. For CHNFC, it will be Senura Pereira, Prasant Madhusang and Ashan Darlin in the front rows. There is a bit of a correction there, as Suhiru Anthony and Samuel Ogbebo line up in the lock forwards. Shehan Dias, Sudarshan Mututantri and Omalka Gunaratna round off the pack for CHNFC, while Avish Kali will be partnered with Rohita Rajapaksha in the halfback position. Riza Rafaidin, Kushan Indunil and Avantali are the back trio, while they will be partnered with Janidu Dilshan and Hirusha Sampath in the centre field. So two strong outfits going head to head here at the London Place Stadium, and I think it will be a very interesting encounter, as CRNFC, well, they'll have everything to play for as they line up against CHNFC. CHNFC going through their final warm-ups before this all-important encounter against CRNFC. Of course, there are plenty of former CR players lining up in this CHNFC outfit. They are only lacking, I think, even Kalundu Nandila is lining up for CR and FC, so I think he has dropped to the bench with a bit of a reshuffle in the back line for the home team. Wajid Faumi is one player who has missed out from selection in this encounter against CR, I think against his old team, and I think he will be looking forward to coming off the bench and adding some power off the bench for CHNFC. Also, as both teams prepare to kick off, there has been plenty of action in the past couple of days with the Super Rugby warm-up games kicking off as the Chiefs, the Highlanders and the Western Force defeated Moana Pacifica, the Crusaders and the Reds in succession. I think that was a bit of a surprise as the Landers got over the Crusaders, but all these teams just trying out new faces and getting everyone up to the level as they hope to fight for this Super Rugby Pacific encounter tournament. Also, not forgetting that the Six Nations do kick off today as Ireland and Wales kick things off. After that, it'll be Scotland versus England, and the final game to round off the first week would be France taking on Italy. So some good rugby lined up throughout this weekend, and I think it'll be good to see how these the local teams as well, they put up their hands against each other. And I have Ishan Noor joining me in the commentary box. Ishan, in this centenary year, I think everything to play for both teams, not only CR and FC, I think CH as well coming off quite a defeat last weekend against Kandy, so everything to play for.
Absolutely. I just interviewed the two coaches. I think they're pretty excited for this game, especially Dushan Liuke. I think, like you said, centenary year for CR, so it's a special game. Generally, CR and CH games are the captain's game that they do. So here we are playing against CH. Haven't had a quite interesting or rather expected performance from both teams actually. CH, as you know, have some good big names, but unfortunately they couldn't actually get that big win against Kandy, and now they are coming up against CR. One thing is actually they have a big talent of pool out there as well, but unfortunately they were stuck with COVID, and what I heard was 19 players were down, whereas it was the same in the other camp as well. CR had about 10 players out of COVID. So now I think they are regrouping. One thing, a pretty young side when it comes to CR as well. So they are trying to get that momentum. They are trying to get that composure into the play. So I think now after 2 games, they should be all fit to go for this game.
Yes, indeed. And I think CHNFC will be, I think, reeling from last weekend's defeat, and they will be smarting, and they will be looking to bounce back. As we did see the team news early on, and there have been a couple of changes in both lineups. As we can see, for CHNFC, they have had a bit of a shift up in the front row with Ganuka Disanayaka missing out to Senura Pereira and Ashan Darlin. So I think they are bringing some mobility and power into their front row, CHNFC.
Absolutely. I think same in terms of CR and FC as well. We missed Supun Varnakula Surya for his wedding. Actually, last week he was not there, and that was a huge blow for CR. And one good thing is he's back. So the line-out, in terms of line-out, will be strong. Then we have interesting Dhananjay Ratnayaka, Devendra Ratnayaka, who's actually starting as well. So he is in, as well as Kavindu Costa. Dayan Zaber, he is with an injury, but still for all carrying on. So a very good impact player. Zubayr Dure is back in the center. can expect some more kicking power from him.
Yes, and also just going over this, the lineup. They have brought in Shehan Dias, a former CRNFC and Havelock's player. I think he's brought in to just strengthen their line-out. Last week, their line-out was in shambles at Nittavala.
Absolutely, and also Sohiru Anthony as the lock forward. I think Sohiru brings a lot of experience, and he is a silent killer. He could actually be a pretty troublesome, disturbing player to the opposite team. So in terms of, like you actually said, what they wanted was the mobility as well as some power in their lineouts, because they know how Sia can have their driving maul going on, which they couldn't actually materialize last time on. So this time, I'm sure they will be using more on that.
Yes, so both teams with plenty to play for, as they are just going through their final warm-ups here at the London Place Stadium. Also just finishing off the CHNFC outfit. I think they will be missing Kevin Dixon through injury. He injured himself in the first move of the game last weekend against Kandy, so I think we'll be wishing him a quick recovery. And Hiran Pereira too has dropped out to the bench for CHNFC, with Kushan Indunil coming in to replace him, and Riza Rafaindi of course replacing Kevin Dixon. But and also we can see that Tenuka Nanakara has been dropped down to the bench with Avanta Lee starting. So quite the big bit of changes for CHNFC, and I think they will the big players will have to put their hands up if they are to make anything out of this game.
Absolutely, and looking at their reserves, I think still they have a very strong lineup. Avantali as well as Tenuka Nanayakara has been an outstanding player in his kicking boots, in his tactical play. So they have a few more on the reserve as well. So Sudham Surarachi is also there, Wajid Fahumi, few experienced players over there as well. And I'm sure they will have a good impact, good bench who will be coming from the second half onwards.
Yes, indeed. I think CHNFC, the big players will have to put their hands up. In terms of CRNFC, of course, quite inside, and the lads from London Place, they will need to just stick in there, hold on to this CH attack, and in defense, I think the big bulky forwards will have to put their hand up for CRNFC. And incidentally, CRNFC started off pretty well last weekend against Yafos, but unfortunately they fell off in the second half, and I think that happened to them in consecutive weeks. First against Army Sports Club, and last week against Yafos. So I think that'll be one area that Dushant Liuke and his coaching staff would have added some extra attention to and would have worked on.
Absolutely. I accepted the interview when I had with Dushan, that he brought up the second half. Actually, the team is not said that composure is not there as at yet. I think after a couple of games, I'm sure this game they will come with a new outfit and pretty much together. So, like you correctly said, the second half in the previous game was where actually Air Force took the upper hand, and previously Army as well, when Sia was leading, if I'm not mistaken, 16 points to 6. Army came back equaling the score for 16 points all, and this cannot be repeated this time on, because as I said, CH has a very strong bench, and they also trying to look at that composure. They had a very testing game with Kandy, and this Sia game will be another test for them, playing in Sia home grounds, playing in that home condition, and it's a captain's game as well. So a lot of things to look forward to. So I'm hoping that Sia will actually pull up their performance like they used to be in the past.
Yes, indeed. And just to give you a comprehensive look of their starting 15, they have made 5 changes, CRNFC. So the 2 changes, of course, in the front row, and Devinder Ratnayaka coming in to the flank, while Dilshan Madhushankar replaces Kalandu Nandila at fly half, and Chamod Fernando also coming in to the lineup from last weekend. So quite the shuffle up by Dushant Luke, and I think he will be hoping that these youngsters will be able to make something out of this game against CHNFC as they play in memory of late Haji Omar, former Pete Wright, and CRNFC skipper.
Talking about Devinder Ratnayak, some interesting news. This is actually from Sri Sumangala College, and this is the first time a player who had never played in a division school is actually representing CRNFC and playing in the first lineup. So it's a big achievement, and we are congratulating Devinder Ratnayak as well as wishing him all the very best for today's game.
Yes, sir. I think he'll have plenty to play for, and he will be hoping to put his hand up and put in a good performance and rally his troops around him in his debut game. So we will go in for a quick commercial break and be back with kickoff on the other side.
We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. every day, wherever you are in life's journey. This is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us. Are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to.
We are moments away from kickoff here at London Place as both teams take to the field. Plenty to play for both sides, coming off 2 defeats last weekend, and I think it'll be good to see this CHNFC team. I think all their stars need to line up, and if they gel, I think there'll be an extremely impossible task for CRNFC.
Absolutely, both teams are actually looking forward for that big W under their belt. CR, unfortunately, they couldn't hold up with a win. It was a draw and a loss again. They lost against Air Force. And CHNFC on the other hand had to face the mighty Candy, and now against CR.
Yes, indeed, and the referee for the game, Akil Jamaldeen, and he will be assisted by Isuru Pereira and Pradeep Indiga from the touchlines. So Murshid Dure readying things up. They will be kicking off from right to left here at London Place. Plenty of expectation from both sides, both teams, and both coaching setups. And incidentally, no fans have been allowed into the stadium. But having said that, we can see quite a few spectators lining up from far away outside the field. So I think they are also the fans are too licking their lips and waiting to get back into the stadiums to watch the teams perform, as the referee is just getting his jersey changed to a different color, as you can see CRNFC in their usual red strip and CHNFC in the white away strip. Akil Jamaldeen, the referee. Everything's ready for kickoff as Murshid Dure changes direction and goes deep, collected by Omalka Gunaratna, and he beats the first man and sets things up. But CHNFC concede a penalty earlier on. Former CRNFC player Omalka penalized for holding on, and the penalty has been taken quickly. And now CRNFC looks like they have turned things over, unfortunately. And yes, they have, as CHNFC clears their lines through Avish Kali, the scrum half, putting in a good box kick. However, CRNFC still camped on the opposition 22.
It was a good turnover attempt. Subsequently awarded a penalty. I think Kanchana Ramanayaka over there was trying to take that 10 meters, and in that process actually losing. So this is what has been the problem with CRNFC in the previous games as well, in terms of rucking, and we see over here as well that they are pretty weak in their rucking.
Early line out picked off there, but CRNFC managed to win the ball through Gayan Dilshan. But yet again another penalty for CHNFC, this time holding on in favor of the visitors.
lot of expectations in terms of line out, especially with Supun coming in. I mean, the line, the pack has been strengthened by Supun's presence, but they were actually expecting a good line out drive as well, but unfortunately losing in that momentum. So back to CRNFC's
touch not found there by Lee, and now CRNFC on the attack through Gamanu Chetia. He spins it out to Kanchana Ramanayaka, but unfortunately the final pass does not find his target and beats everyone into touch on that occasion.
I think Najiro was not just there to actually collect that ball. It was a good counter-attack move that was planned and well orchestrated, but unfortunately Jero was not there in the line. So can't actually blame Kanchana Ramanayaka as well. Moving on to the line out with CHNFC with a short man line out.
Yes, it'll be Prasant Madhushankar rather to throw in to the line out, first line out for CHNFC, and they lose their first line out as well. So the line outs not functioning too well for both teams as Kavindu throws it away, but unfortunately looks like Sabah has done himself some injury, but play continues. A deep kick coming in for CRNFC, but the ball is dotted down by Avant Ali.
But we have a player down, that is Dayan Zabar. Unfortunately, I think he twisted his knee or ankle over there. That was such an unfortunate incident just 5 minutes into the game, or rather 3 minutes into the game. And it's going to be a big blow if he actually goes out. So let's see what the medics have to say and what he has to say if he can continue.
Yes, as you can see the replay here, you wouldn't want to look at that replay if you're Dayan Sabah. And straight away he dropped the ball and was in no position to catch it. As we can see, he's reeling in pain there as the medics just settle things up, and he looks to be in no position to continue.
It's very crucial actually the first few minutes, because you're not warmed up as such, even though you do your warm up you're not into the game warm up as at yet. So very first moment when you have an injury, you actually have that pain, you feel it, and you won't have that motivation to carry on. So that is what exactly would have happened to him. So unfortunately that we are losing, CR is actually losing a number 8, Dan Zaber, a very good impact player, and seems like they are wanting a stretcher and he will be out.
Yes, indeed, quite a big blow for the home team early on, just 3 minutes into the game, and Sava looks like he will be stretchered off as news comes in from Valisara. It's Candy leading Navy 8 points to 6. Candy having got a penalty and a try, penalty through Talinder Ratwata and the try through Jason Disanayaka, while a couple of Chadura Seneviratna penalties have got Navy to 6 points.
Now I think the scorecard has changed. Candy is leading 17 points to 6 against Navy. That's news from Valisara. As we can see, Dan Zaber is being escorted out of the field. So we will see who is the replacement would be for him.
Yes, extremely unfortunate on the chances of Dayan Sabah, as his brother too did get injured in the first game, missed out last weekend, but he's brought back in on the bench this weekend. So we are in all readiness as the referee blows back to restart things. Off the goal line dropout, good high hanging deep kick by the CHNFC lad, and here goes the CRNFC. Kanchana Ramanayaka puts in a little bit of a grabber, but a good, well balanced, well weighted kick there, and straight away a CRNFC on the attack.
Good move by Kanchana Ramanayaka. I think he saw that player being in front and he put that grabber and put him under pressure. That was a very good defense as well. So over here, as you can see, he was trying to run across from the try line, but getting caught in that process. So CR will be having a 5 meter scrum and a perfect opportunity to attack as well. just close to the try line.
Yes, a well-weighted kick there, and Hirusha Nethmina for CHNFC found himself in no man's land and found himself taking the ball back over the try line. Now a 5-meter scrum in favor of CRNFC, and it will be Kavindu Di Costa to feed the scrum. We can see a bit of a set play with the blindside winger, of course, coming on to the open side, and quite a huge open side for CRNFC to play with.
And it is actually Jero Jananje who's playing as the number 8.
Kavindu Di Costa drops it off as CRNFC spins in a lovely move, and here goes Murshid Dubey, gets the offload away, and does he... Well, the play seems to be going on, and looks like there has been a little bit of a knock-on there. Unfortunate there. I think Dore was through and he could have dotted down, but instead he opted to get the offload away. And now Omalka bustling his way through and somehow manages to set things up. CHNFC under plenty of pressure. CRNFC standing off, and Lee gives it out to Rohita as he puts in a good clearance kick and gains some meters. Well, in fact, a very good clearance kick to give CHNFC some breathing space.
If you can see that replay once again, there I can see Zube had the chance, the opportunity to actually cross the line. He was just trying to pass the ball over here. Unfortunately, in that process, losing that ball. Or is it a try? No, but they didn't actually appeal for it. But later on, I mean, good clearance kick from Chichi within the goal line. I think he gained about 22 meters.
Yes, indeed, and that was Chamod Fernando who ran into the post, unfortunately. Now Supun with the second line out, this time successful for CRNFC, but Kavindu Di Costa gets caught into the traffic. The big prop forward feeding his partner as they set things up. CRNFC still with possession. Now Dure spins it out wide to Kanchana Ramanayaka, puts on the goose step, beats one, gives it out to Chamod Fernando, who wriggles his way through and sets possession up. CRNFC still with the ball and in a prime attacking position. Now the fly half gives it out to his big forwards and sets things up. CRNFC this time no advantage, says the referee, as he goes back for the offside in centre field. An early opportunity to get 3 points on the board.
We see a bit of different tactic used by Sia. I think if you see the setup, players are formed wide. So I think what Sia wants to do is actually to send the ball wide as much as possible. Whereas the CH defense is pretty much cluttered around the fringes.
Yes, and early opportunity. Kavindu Di Costa opts for the 3-pointer through Dilshan Madhushankar. He did have the kicking duties last weekend as well, and this time a pretty much a straightforward kick from in front to kick things off. Well, correction, that's Yasas Kavindu with the kicking duties as he lines things up. And first things up, converts the penalty, so successful for Yasas as he puts CRNFC into the lead, 3-0.
That will be a relief for Sia as well. I mean, 3 points is what they wanted. Early on score in their home ground, probably will get that momentum. And much important kick over here. This is where players shouldn't be relaxed or taking it easy, whereas CH will come to fight back.
Yes, indeed, and last weekend as well, CR did not take their 3-pointers against Yafos, and it came back to bite them. Now it will be Hirusha with the restart. Goes in deep, collected by Kavindu, and he clears their lines for CR and FC. Correction, looks like it was Zube who cleared their lines, so straight away pressure off for CR and FC as we see Dayan Zabar been escorted off the field in unfortunate fashion. He injured his knee and looks like he'll be out for a lengthy period of time.
Prasad Madhusankar, an experienced ex-Havelocks player, ex-CR player as well, now playing for CHNFC.
CH lost their first line out, but this time it's successful as they form the rolling maul, and maul seems to be continuing forward. Now they manage to set things up. Lee gives it out to Rohit. He drops it off on the inside to Riza Rafaidin, and he gets bundled over by a couple of CR players. Prashant opts to keep the ball up in close. Omalkar goes on the opposite side, makes a couple of meters and clears the gain line. And now an advantage coming for the tackler, not rolling away. Lee spots it and puts a little bit of an up and under. But the kick is dropped by Chamod Fernando, and Hirusha Sampath straight away on the attack for CHNFC. Still with possession, CHNFC this time through Suhiru Anthony sets things up now inside the opposition 22 red zone area. Forwards lining up for CHNFC. Goes a big forward, bouncing his way forward, beating a couple of men in the process. On the opposite side, CHNFC, Sudarshan Mututantri gets hit in a huge tackle, and CRNFC win the penalty. This time as the CH players do not support their body weight at the breakdown, and quickly taken by Dore as he puts in a lovely kick and chasing straight away with Gamanu Chetia. Hirusha Sampath at the back is brought down well by Gamanu Chetia. Looks like the CRNFC player has won the ball, and yes, he wins the line out, the penalty rather. Kanchana Ramanaik on that occasion. CRNFC straight away back in the opposition half, and Dore dives over for the first try of the game for CHNFC. Good play by the back line, and straight away CRNFC on the attack, and they manage to score the try through Dore as he dives over.
Absolutely fantastic play. I think one thing what we actually see as a change from CRNFC is actually that rushness that they have. I think identifying that CH is pretty much big players out there, so CR is using that as an advantage. We saw that the pick and go was pretty much strong by CHNFC, and they were not actually expecting the fact that CR will turn over the ball, and it was very good fringes defense by CRNFC. Turned over the ball, and Zubey Dore was over there, was too quick to take that quick tap. A beautiful quick kick and then chase, and at the encounter actually winning that 5 points. And fantastic individual work by Zubey Dore.
Yes, indeed, and I think quick thinking is what helped him get the quick tap. He put in the kick and was chased down well as Yasas Kavindu lines up the conversion. CRNFC 8 points ahead. Yasas makes no mistake from the tee. CRNFC goes into double figures, 10 points here at London Place, as CHNFC have everything to play for.
Absolutely, I think that was fantastic defense from CR, especially in those fringes, even though they missed that kick, but they were quick enough to regroup and be in the fringes. So now the kickoff back again.
Hirusha Sampath lining up the restart, and this time he goes a bit more higher, but still into the 22. Dore beats the first man, Shehan Dias on that occasion, not completing the tackle. Now Kavindu from the base puts in another lovely kick, clearing their lines straight away. So straight away pressure back on CHNFC, and I think it's good to see that CR are not playing in the red zone.
Absolutely, so some good kicks actually to get out of that red zone area, and always trying to play in their half, and that is what is needed as well. I mean, as much as possible to get out of this and try to camp in opposition's half, and that is exactly what CR is trying to do this time. Seems like a full man line out, and I think unexpectedly we saw them, CH previously also driving from the 50-meter mark, and probably perhaps they are expecting to drive this one as well.
Prashant Madhushan this time does not find the target, but CHNFC somehow managed to hold on to possession as Lee swings it out to Janidu Dilshan. He puts on some footwork, beats a couple of men, but is brought down in a good tackle by Shehan Kalaniagoda, and CHNFC on the 50-meter line. Rohit Rajapaksa running and passing to Hirusha Sampath. He goes into attack, but looks like
seems like a knock on, but referee couldn't spot that over.
The referee doesn't call play back, so it'll be Sudarshan Muthu taking the ball into contact. Now here goes the big prop forward for CHNFC, Ashan Darlin. Sets things up. Lee gives it out to Omalka. Omalka swings it out wide. Janidu Dilshan puts in a goose step. Gives it out to the winger Riza Rafaidin as they continue to add the pressure on the CR line. But unfortunately there on that occasion, the tackler was penalized for not releasing, and CHNFC with another penalty.
We saw some quite good tackles actually coming in from CRNFC. Initially it was Omalka who was put down by, if I'm not mistaken, Kanchana. Then we saw another beautiful tackle. As you can see over here, it was a good pass, and the player diving into the ball without releasing or without showing the daylight. So that is what would have costed that penalty. CHNFC going for a line out. They have pretty good big forwards, and we saw them driving as well, and I'm sure they might try to drive over here as well.
Yes, no prizes for guessing as the full 8-man line out is formed for both teams. Prashant will throw into the fourth line out of the game. Missed a couple of line outs, but this time Shehan Dias collects, and the maul is formed. Rolling maul going pretty well, and the referee puts his arm out for a penalty advantage. So CHNFC with an advantage early on, and looks like they will go over. Yes, they do go over. Prashant Madhushan from the boot dives over for the first try of the visitors.
As you can see here, it was a well-formed maul by CHNFC, well-controlled. They had that composure as well, but unfortunately CR was helter-skelter. They couldn't actually counter that maul, and in that process CHNFC scoring their first try and first point on board.
Yes, a lovely formed maul there, and for CRNFC unfortunately their defenders fell off early doors, and they were penalized for collapsing as well. Rather, the advantage was brought, and the CHNFC made full use of that advantage. So it'll be Hirusha with the kicking duties for CHNFC. A good lovely kick there by Hirusha, and makes no mistake, cuts the deficit to just 3 points. So CHNFC straight away get themselves back into this encounter with an early try through Prashant Madhushan, and a beautiful conversion by Hirusha as CH trail by just 3 points.
News from Valisara. Kandy is leading 20 points to 6 at Lemons. Kandy versus Navy played at Valisara.
Yes, indeed, and I think Kandy look the team to beat in this round of games as well in this Sri Lanka Rugby League 2022. Moshid Dore puts in a high hanging restart, but unfortunately it goes out on the full. So mistakes seem to be creeping in for CR and FC. Unfortunate there for Zubair, as they CHNFC opt for the center field scrum.
was a bit of a change of tactic as well. Zubair was kicking from center of the field to the right, and then they changed it to the left, and the kick went out. So here it is, 50-meter scrum, a good attacking opportunity. Both sides can be used over here. Seems like Chichi is forming to the right of the scrum.
Yes, so and equally paced out three players each on both sides for CHNFC as the scrum pushes forward, makes a good headway for CHNFC, and Omalka breaks, beats the first man, gets the offload away. Here goes Lee with the space in front of him, gets the offload away. Kushan Indunil, he bounces off one, sets it up on the far corner as Shehan Dias takes the ball into contact. CHNFC straight away on the attack, and they're just a few meters away, meters out from the try line, and looks like they have dotted down Lee this time. A quick thinking there by the youngster as he takes the ball and dots it on the line. Second try for CHNFC in as many minutes.
Scrum are being very nippy over there. I think if you can see, the fringers Sia was very good at their fringers defense, and they were actually looking out for that move from probably from the forwards. But as you can see over there, Avishka Lee, or Avanta Lee rather, it was very nippy at that point and scoring the try just underneath the Sia's feet.
Yes, and I think that was all created by Omalka and the good base set up by the forwards. They pushed the CR scrum back, and Omalka broke and got a lovely offload away to Avishka, and he found himself finishing off that lovely move. And now it'll be Hirusha with the second conversion from quite a similar area on the field. So it'll be interesting to see whether he can do it all again.
So the tide has changed within just a couple of minutes into the play. 21st minute, and CH is leading 12 points to 10 with the kick coming in.
This time, unfortunately, the kick fades in front of the post. So the score remains 12-10 in favor of the visitors, as now momentum has seemed to have shifted away from the home team. And now CRNFC, first things first, will be just looking to get this restart right.
CH with their big forwards, they are pretty strong with their scrums. As you can see, the 50-meter scrum was actually pushed. Like you correctly said, that is where the number 8 Omalka got the break. Deep kick, push back, held by Mututantri. Trying to make the break. Fantastic pass to Darling.
Yes, now Rohita Rajapaksha drops it off to Prashant Madhushan on the short line as CHNFC go on the attack. Omalka gives it out to Kushan Indunil. Chanindu Dilshan tries to put on the accelerator, but is brought down in a good tackle. So CHNFC continuing to run from outside their own half and still managing to hold on to possession. Now the big lock forward.
Wide. CHNFC, I think, trying to play the width. They are swinging the ball very well, playing corners. And now it's on the blind side. Again, numbers. Good run by Rafaidin. We see some fantastic offloads as well with the tackle. Rohita Rajapaksha trying to make some moves. As you can see, numbers out wide.
Unfortunate there for Janidu Dilshan. Everyone thought he was through, but some good tackling by Gamunu Chethi and Chamod Fernando meant that he knocked it on the 5-meter line. As we see that replay, Rohit Rajapaksha managed to get a quick ball, and Suiru Anthony too got it out to Janidu Dilshan. He put on the afterburners, beat a couple of men, but unfortunately Chamod Fernando caught him in a pretty good tackle and managed to dislodge the ball. So a try-saving tackle there by Chamod Fernando, and CRNFC get off the hook. Well, CRNFC will be breathing a sigh of relief on that occasion. That their defense was in shambles.
Seems like one player down for CHNFC as well. Looks like it's one of the Lee brothers who's down. So one thing we see actually, even though CHNFC has heavy forwards, Romario, I think we saw them moving the ball out wide, and that is exactly what they want to play as well. And their formation is as such that they want to move the ball wide.
Yes, indeed. I think quick hands early on in that move as well on the far side by Omalka meant that the CR defenders were caught napping. Now Kavindu to feed this defensive scrum on their own 5-meter line. Jero goes on the open side, manages to beat the first man and runs in to the second man, but manages to hold on to the pill as Chanadu Dilshan now to Zubair as he clears the lines. So a bit of breathing space, but the referee says there is a penalty in favor of CRNFC rather. Offside were the fringe defenders, and now Zubair will have another opportunity, this time with a lot less pressure to clear his lines.
Good kick actually under pressure by Zubair Zure, but fortunately they got another penalty over here. Again, a good opportunity to CRNFC to get out of the jail as well. Probably they might opt for a short man line out. They would try to either opt for a kick, probably just behind the number 15.
Yes, indeed, and rightly so. They have opted for a short man line out. It'll be Supun to find his mark as Dilshan spins and thinks about a pass but does not continue through with it. Kavindu Di Costa looks as if he's lining up for a box kick, and he puts in a lovely kick. Hirusha collects and puts on some footwork, beats a couple of men, and is brought down in a huge hit by the CRNFC player. And CRNFC player wins a penalty. That is the number 5 on that occasion. Shehan Kalaniagoda yet again with another penalty. Good strong body position and rewarded with a penalty.
Absolutely, I think the formation was really good. I think Kavindu actually just spotted that area over there.
Yes, and if you saw that Shehan Kalanigoda, his base was pretty strong there in that turnover position, in that jackal position, and that's what meant the opposition could not get him off.
That's T.A. Silva with the bib on, and he's the kicking coach for CRNFC. A veteran kicker for Army and Sri Lanka national team. I think he played in 2008 and 2009, probably for a decade or so. T.A. Silva giving the guidance and support to Sia.
Yasas Kavindu off the tee, this time puts it wide across the face, and looks like Hirusha decided to kick the ball instead of dotting it down, and now Yasas gives it out to Kavindu Di Costa. He puts on some lovely footwork and gets on the outside, but unfortunately dropped by Kayan Dilshan on that occasion. He had support on the outside, but unfortunately Butterfingers letting him down.
As you can see, Kavindu actually tried to cut off all those forwards who was right in front of him and tried to pass to Gan. Unfortunately, Gan actually couldn't manage to catch that ball properly. It was a good opportunity to CR to get into the lead as well. 10 points on the scorecard. The kick was a bit to the right of the post. Good counter-attacking opportunities as well. 2 quite big long passes. What was lacking was some line or some third rows joining the line.
Good scrum there as Rohit Rajapaksa cuts out a couple of men, gives it out to Avant. He beats the first man, makes him sit down as Risa Rafaidi in 2 gets to the first tackle. Now Rohit gives it out to Shehan Dias as he runs straight and hard. And CHNFC is still with possession. Omalka doesn't think of passing as he runs straight and hard as well. And CHNFC with all the ball in this phase of play as Ashan Dalin takes a lovely short ball from Suhiru Anthony. Still CH with possession. Good to see the forwards holding on to the pill and going side to side, but this time penalized, and CRNFC wins another penalty for holding on. Kanchana Ramanayaka is ever so lively and looking to take the quick tap on every occasion he gets.
Absolutely. CH was trying to play close and trying to absorb CR defense as much as possible. And in that occasion, losing, holding on to the ball. And this is what CR has been trying to do, I think, to pick the game as fast as possible, to pick it up, the pace, and Kancham trying to run, but unfortunately he couldn't actually run it through the mark. So another opportunity to CR on the 40-meter line. Good attacking line. Let's see what CR is going to opt with Supun Varna Kulasurya.
Was another good turnover by Shehan Kalaniagoda. So he has managed to win a couple of turnovers as CRNFC prepare through Supun. Looks like a bit of a short man line out.
CH has been putting too much pressure in the line outs, actually. As you can see, Shehan.
Good collection there by the front man for CRNFC. But the referee says that he was infringed in the air. And he blows for time off. And looks like he is going to his pocket. Well, Sudarshana Mudutantri will not want to see that happening early on. 30 minutes gone in this encounter. The referee seems to be telling him that the CH player is just obstructing the jumping line of the CR player, and I think that's what he was penalized for on that occasion. Zube with another lovely touch find there, just 5 meters out, and he manages to get all the meters, but looks like the referee says otherwise on that occasion. And seems to be bringing play back all the way.
So unfortunate, I think Zubair was actually aiming that corner flag to kick as far as possible. But in that instance, kicking full out to the goal line. So now another opportunity, another chance miss to CR, and it's going to be CH put in.
Yes, indeed, another opportunity goes begging for CRNFC just before the half-time. The scrum in shambles, but Omalka manages to get the ball away and wriggle forward and make some good meters. But unfortunately, yet again, CHNFC penalized for holding on, and looks like their support does not seem to be coming in time. And the CRNFC third row are pouncing on the opportunity.
We saw this cut frequently in the previous games as well, especially holding on. Both teams are guilty of it. And once again, now a golden opportunity to CRNFC to go for a kick. Seems.
Yes, from a similar field position, Dore with a second opportunity. This time doesn't opt to go for too many meters as he just puts the ball out of touch. And the penalty was given by, considered by CHNFC for hands being played in the ruck. And that's why, and not for holding on, just to clarify things on that occasion. So CRNFC with another opportunity just before half time.
Just 10 meters away from the line, so probably
passage of play just before half time. CRNFC managed to grab that lead, 15 points to 12, and it'll be Yasas Kavindu with the conversion, and he'll have an opportunity to extend that lead to 5 points.
I think Sia actually over there was trying to play the position. They had a couple of facers. They continued for about 6 to 8 facers over there, and they were patient enough. And with the 2-pointer coming in, CRNFC back in the lead.
Yes, indeed, a lovely kick there by Yasas Kavindu as he extends CR's lead to 17 points to 12. So 5 points in the lead for the home team. Side-to-side affair here at London Place as both teams trading blow for blow. Now it will be Nethmi with the restart for CHNFC. Good deep high hanging restart collected by Dore, and first things first, he clears his lines but unfortunately does not manage to find touch. And now Omalka puts on a bit of a goose step, runs a bit cross field, and is held up and brought down by some good defense by CRNFC. So good kick chase and good defense shown by the home team as time seems to be running out on the clock, and CHNFC running from inside their own half. Now Avanta gives it out to his fellow Wintry Riza Rafaidin as he sets things up. CHNFC still with possession, however camped inside their own half.
We have seen some good rugby by both teams, building up facers, outer facers, and not conceding any penalties early on. This is what actually we want to see as well, the continuation of the game. And that was a very good play by
Chase coming in, but CRNFC through Kanchan Ramanayaka. He's got men on the outside. He opts to cut back inside, and Jero Dhananjay goes straight under the post, and CRNFC extend their lead right back on the half, on the hooter as CHNFC are caught out with a couple of blows from the home team.
What I see over here is CRNFC, the counter attack. They were well organized and they would have been practicing. High up and under by Rohit Rajapaksha. Chichi falling short. The defense was not quite there. I think that is where actually Sia managed to break through that defense. Fantastic run. Kanchan Ramanayaka just straightening it that line, seeing the drift defense coming in, cutting inside and finding the man in his inside. Jero Dhananjay scoring just under the post. As you can see over here, the replay. Fantastic catch by Dore. Kanchan Ramanayaka here straightening the line. That is where it actually costed CHNFC, and finding Jero inside. Good thinking, good scoring, and that was very good counter-attack by CRNFC.
Yes, a good combination play by the win three quarters of CRNFC, and they shifted the ball out wide, found space on the edge, and Kanchan Ramanayaka straightened the line and found Jero Dhananjay on the inside as all good flankers find themselves in support. And now it will be Yasas Kavindu with a pretty much a straightforward kick from under the post.
No matter, I think we see some continuity compared to the previous games actually over here, with less mistakes, giving less penalties. I think going faces after faces, and this is what most fans want as well. They want to see some good rugby. And both teams, I think, playing really good rugby, CR and CH.
Yes, indeed, and that brings the first half to an end here at London Place. CR and FC leading 22 points to 12, a 10-point lead against arch rivals. Well, in fact, a 12-point lead, 24 points to 12. CR and FC leading. They managed a couple of tries just before the halftime break, and I think that would have broken the back of this CH and FC team. But now it will be everything to play for as both teams go into the break, and we will go into a quick commercial break and be back with the highlights. Well, in fact, we will see the highlights before the commercial break as we see these first half highlights. Unfortunately, CR and FC did not manage to score on this occasion as Chamod Fernando crashed on the post. But it was Yassas who kicked an early penalty, and after that Dore made amends for the early mistake and scored the first try. And a good passage of play by CH and FC meant that they managed to get their first try through Prashant Madhushan.
Oh, here, as you can see, their strength is actually the forwards. As we saw, their line-out drive as well as their scrums as well, pretty much putting a lot of pressure, putting CR under pressure. That was the kick which actually missed. So CH was leading at one point. There, as you can see, Rohit Rajapaksha trying to make the move, and this was where the fantastic tackle came in by Chamod Fernando. Try-saving tackle, which would have been an obvious try for CRNFC. And here's where a good opportunity missed by Gayan Dilshan over there. Then subsequently, as we can see, the move which scored another try. Kavindu De Costa being very patient. I think over there what happened was they were trying to steal the ball and seen the gap and scoring the try just under the post.
Yes, indeed, as that brought the first half to a close. CR and FC leading at the Lemons here at London Place, 24 points to 12. 3 converted tries for CR and FC with a penalty, and CHNFC managed just 1 converted try, and rather 1 try and 1 converted try. So that's what rounded them off to 12 points. 24-12 is the halftime score here at London Place. We will go in for a short commercial break and be back with action from the second half.
We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank, the future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey. This is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
After a quick turnaround, we are in all readiness for this second half. Quite a thrilling first half at London Place meant CRNFC lead the visitors CHNFC 24 points to 12. And now it will be everything to play for both teams. The game played in memory of late Haji Omar, as Hirusha Netmina prepares to kick off the second half. Puts in a good deep kick collected by Dore as he finds touch, clears the lines early on. So it's a good bit of play by CRNFC. They've always been clearing their lines after scoring and after restarts in all occasions, and I think that's exactly what the doctor would have ordered for.
Of course, indeed. As I said, what they want to do is actually to camp in the other half. They don't want to do the mistake what they did in the previous games. So as much as possible, trying to kick deep. And as we can see, CH has pretty big forwards over there. So that is what they want to try to kind of work them hard towards the CR line and not to give them easily. So it's a bit difficult task for CH as well.
Yes, another line out overthrown by Prashant Madhushan, but thankfully Sudarshan Mudutantri finds himself collecting at the tail. Now Rohit Rajapaksha gives it out to Kushan Indunil as he's bundled by a lovely tackle from Kanchana Ramanayaka, but unfortunately penalized for not releasing the tackler. I think he was in a bit of a tight situation there and unfortunately did not have any option and was penalized as Rohit Rajapaksha lines up the first penalty of this second half, which went in favor of the visitors, and a good touch finder. Now it will be a good platform for CHNFC to attack from early on in this second half.
So they will be opting for a full man line out. I think they would do what they are doing best, that is to drive the line out, and probably what they want to do is actually to absorb the forwards as much as possible and trying to work out wide. As you can see, they have a pretty strong line. especially with Avantha Lee and Risa Rafaedin in the line. They could be really deadly combination with Kushan Induling forming a bit wide from Chichi.
A good line out there, but unfortunately wobbles a bit. But Avish Kali finds himself taking the ball up into traffic. Here goes Prashant, passing his way forward. The quick pick and go. Now a bit of butterfingers rather. Unfortunate there by Shehan Dias. Miscommunication and knocked on straight away. And CRNFC with a chance to get out of jail.
Both teams are struggling with their lineouts. CH got a couple of their lineouts, okay, but over here again, not getting that lineout right, and I think interrupting the whole phases of play by set up by CH.
Yes, and I think this is what CHNFC will not be hoping for. They would just want to hold on to possession and keep the ball with them, but instead Butterfingers letting them down. And it's good to see the CR lads just cheering the opposition on for the mistake and trying to get under their skin. Now Kavindu gives it out to the first 5'8" as he opts to pass to Dore. A good deep kick, well lined up by Avantha. Opts to beat the first man, runs towards the second man. A good tackle coming in by Gayan Dilshan, but got the offload away, and CHNFC still holding on to possession. This time now with an advantage. Offside. at the breakdown and won the penalty straight away.
Seems like one player down, CRNFC. Again, an opportunity to CH. They will do what they do the best, that is their line-out drive. It is important that CR should nip the bud by this, looking at the option of sacking.
Goes to the center.
As you can see.
Caught by Shehan Dias as CHNFC with an advantage. And the rolling maul moving handsomely forward. Still, the referee says you still got an advantage. CHNFC set things up. Looks like they have dived over the line. And yes, they have. It's Ganuka Disanayaka who has scored the fourth try for CHNFC. And now it's everything pretty much level here. 22-24 is the score as we see the replay.
Well, CR is struggling, really struggling in their line-out defense. This is their third time CH bulldozers CR and scored for a try. So just with the conversion coming in, CH will be 22 points to 24. And if this conversion is all good, it will be 24 all.
Yes, indeed, Ishan. And it's Tenukanana Kara who will be taking up the kicking duties from Hirusha Netumina. And first up, quite a tricky kick from the tee for Tenukanana Kara. Incidentally, he was the only player to register points last weekend against Kandy Sports Club. His solitary penalty. Now an opportunity to level things up. Unfortunately, the kick goes astray by Tenukanana Kara. So the scores remain 24-22. CRNFC in with a slender lead of 2 points. And this game seems to be going to the wire.
Yeah, another 15 minutes of play. CR having some changes.
So the restart by Murshid Zubair, collected by Omalka as he beats a couple of men and makes good headway. CRNFC but manages to win the penalty for holding on, says the referee.
What I see when it comes to Omalka's running is most of the time he gets isolated because of his running angle. As you can see, he's avoiding all the players and even the support. So once again, support not coming in and holding on. I think it was a very good defense as well, where the CR defender quickly went for that ruck.
Yes, and that was Shehan Kalaniagoda on that occasion. If my memory serves me right, that's his third or fourth win at the breakdown and penalty as well. So it'll be Yasas with an opportunity to extend the CR lead.
So we have quite a few contenders for the man of the match. We cannot decide it as at yet because still the game is on. Pretty good games with both sides. CH had some good players, especially with Avant Ali in the back, doing some great moves and being in the safe hands.
Yasas Kavindu seems as if he has made no mistake from the penalty. So it extends the CR score to 27 points to 22. And CRNFC just managing to get the penalties and just knock over the score and keep CH at bay. So news coming in from Valisara is that Kandy has managed to hang on to a 35-30 victory at Valisara. So their third win in 3 weeks as Hirusha restarts and Dure returns the favour. Omalka lines things up, does not manage to hang on to it cleanly, but now Rohita Rajapaksha looks like he runs himself into a bit of traffic, and but thankfully Omalka found himself in support. CHNFC still with possession, but inside their own half. Ganuka Disanayaka goes in hard and strong, but the referee says that the player did not roll away, and CHNFC win a penalty and an opportunity to clear their lines.
Good kick by Zube Dore over there once again. Omalka not quite catching it cleanly and passing it to Chichi. Actually, Chichi didn't have much opportunities to pass the ball as well, so he had to cut back for support play, and he got his forwards lying in him back. Again, opportunity to CH just in the opposition 40 meter mark. We can see some forwards. CH and FC lying on the ground. It seems like having some injury concerns. That is CHNFC number 17. Ashan Darling hitting the deck. Playing 60 minutes of tough rugby. I think it's not that easy for a prop forward to carry on.
Ashan Darling continuing to get a bit of attention to his knee as CHNFC prepare to go back on the attack through Prashant Madhushan, who will throw into the line out.
40 meters away from the try line, but they would still opt for a line out drive, I would suppose. By the same time, tiring legs for CH as well. We shouldn't be, but going for
a good line out there, but unfortunately the ball knocked on by Omalka at the boot of the line out. So CRNFC hold on yet again, and it looks like CHNFC a bit of fatigue creeping in as we see that replay of the line out. And unfortunately the pass a bit behind Omalka, and he left it behind as Dure makes no mistake in finding touch and putting CRNFC back on the attack.
CH was opting for that back peel, but there seems to be a bit, as you said, the tiring legs are not actually coming forward, and very scrappy by Omalka as well, couldn't pick that ball and losing that line out. Sia, on the other hand, seems to be opting for a shorter man line out.
So looks like a change at with throwing duties, and it's Zayan Sabah. But unfortunately does not manage to find his man as he was picked off from the front. And now Omalka gives it out to Mututantri as he gives it out to Kushan Indunil, and some good defense coming in by Kanchana Ramanayaka. But unfortunately the defender falling on the wrong side and did not roll away in time as CHNFC managed to somehow win a relieving penalty.
Again, opportunities missed by both teams. CH had the opportunity in Sia half, and they're missing that line out. Then now again Sia having that goal opportunity. It's very important, even though the gap is only 5 points. So it's just a goal away where CH can come back.
Yes, on that occasion it was Shehan Kalniagoda who unfortunately did not support his body weight and found himself on the wrong side and did not roll away in time and was penalized. CH did not manage to make too many meters out of the line out, rather the penalty, as we can see some changes coming in. That's the end of the night for Avish Kali, as he is replaced by Sudham Suryarachi at halfback. Prashant goes to the centre, finds Shehan Dias. They set up the roll-in maul, CHNFC. Good defensive pressure coming in by the CRNFC defenders. The maul seems to splinter, but still with possession. Sudham gives it out to Rohit. He drops it off short to Kushan Indunil as he sets things up. CHNFC still with possession. Now Sudham gives it out to Sudarshan Mututantri, who stands tall in contact, but somehow is brought down. Goes on the short side as Ashan Dalin tries to take the ball and go forward, but is brought down. However, CHNFC win the penalty as the CR player seemed to fall on the wrong side, and now it's a yellow card for consecutive penalties, I suppose, as the CRNFC reserve front row hooker Kavin Madhushan is sent to the bin for not rolling away, says the referee.
We'd like to see that replay once again. As you can see, I think after Sudarshan Mututantri took the ball, it was either Denzil Darling who was isolated over there. So it's quite strange. As you can see, he was isolated. Not quite sure why the penalty was. Was it because probably he charged through the shoulder? Because I think the clearing of the ball was pretty clear by Kanchana. But what was there was actually the initial tackle given by the number 16, which opted in for a sin bin as well.
Yes, so the game is just passing the hour mark as both teams bit of fatigue seems to be setting in, but lovely take there by a single-handed take by Shehan Dias in the line out as Omalka finds himself charging forward, but looks like there has been a slight knock-on there in the process, and unfortunately Omalka, yet another mistake coming in. Not the best of days for Omalka Gunaratna and this CH pack.
Omalka has always been an impact player, especially when it comes to his defense as well, and even in attack. But what is lacking is sometimes the securing of the ball. I think we saw that a couple of years back as well in CRNFC when he played. He isolated himself most of the time, and even here, as we see, he has that power, the leg drive, the hands off. But what is lacking is probably that securing of the ball and the support play, which is pretty difficult to kind of support him when he's actually running around.
Yes, indeed, and Omalka does make some good headway always when he is caught in the tackle. He somehow manages to beat the would-be tacklers and find some good meters. I think that's what catches his teammates out as both teams ring in a bit of changes and get in some fresh legs. Omalka has been substituted straight away and replaced by Panduga Angamana. And looks like Mututantri will be slotting into the number 8 position. CHNFC, of course, a man short in the line in the scrum as Kavindu feeds it and the ball comes rolling back out quickly, but looks like Kavindu has been bundled into touch. So now another chance for CHNFC.
Over here, Panduka coming in would have had an impact. Panduka is superb number 4. I think he has a good tight 5 as well. He gave that push to Sia, and in that process, Sia actually couldn't secure the ball through the scrum, and then a big opportunity to CHNFC to work their rolling more from just 10 meters away from CRNFC goal line.
Shehan Dias with yet another successful line out. This time the sack was brought in, but a bit too late, says the referee, And CHNFC playing with a penalty advantage. Rohit Rajapaksha drops it short for Kushan Indunil. Now on the opposite side goes the CHNFC. Shehan Dias sets things up. CH still with possession, just 5 meters out from the opposition goal line. And now they opt to keep the ball in close and go with the forwards. Prashant Madhushan picks it and goes, finds Sudarshan Mututantri at the tail. Now Sudam gives out a good pass and good bit of play there, but unfortunately looked like there has been a bit of a knock-on by Riza Rafaidin, but the referee says there's no advantage and comes back for the penalty in favor of CH and FC. Couple of good tackles come in there on that occasion, and Riza Rafaidin did not manage to find himself going anywhere, and he was bundled into touch.
Pressure is on. 7 minutes more. CH is just trailing by 5 points, and the team is actually discussing what they would want to do. Either they are going for a line out or a scrum, and they're opting for a scrum over here.
Yes, I think that's a good decision with CR being one man light in the scrum as well. So just 7 packing down in CRNFC scrum as Sudam Suryarachi feeds the ball. Mututantri holds on to possession as the scrum goes forward. But unfortunately, a bit of a knock on there by Mututantri as good tackle came in by Kavindu Di Costa, and he managed to just get himself in trouble. Mututantri, and all that power goes begging, unfortunately, as CRNFC now with a chance to clear their lines.
This is where players should actually trying to calm things down as well. There's only 6 more minutes on the clock. CR could actually we have 17 minutes in the clock. As we can see, play is actually down, so probably CR is trying to regroup over here as well. It's very important that Zubey Dore try to keep the ball kick the ball far as possible, and to keep it, to ensure that it is out of line, because whenever it is close to CRNFC half, CH has always been very strong, especially in their attacking or defending lineouts. Especially when they are countering their lineouts, they have been pretty much successful.
Kavindu Di Costa on that occasion being a pest of a scrum half and really applying pressure on Sudarshan Mututantri, and that was what cost him the knock-on, and subsequently the penalty, CRNFC winning the penalty. Play has still been halted as a couple of players get a bit of attention, but now the referee says time back on as Dore puts in a good touch finder, and he does the first things right, finding touch, and now CRNFC should just look to hang on to possession and just keep position with themselves and just tire out their opponents.
CH has good contesting line-out jumper, especially with Shehan. And they also have Soira Anthony still playing. So, as you can see, they are ready to contest. CR get the fundamentals basic right, catch the ball first, and once again losing the line-out. So this is what is lacking in CR, and this has been the call, the cry that people has been having, especially the CRNFC.
Yes, and that was Devinder Ratnaik on that occasion. Unfortunately, did not manage to hold on to the line-out ball as Rohit Rajapaksha spins it out. Kushan Indunil gives it out to Hirush, and a lovely tackle there by Kanchana Ramanayaka. But the referee says no advantage. Good big tackle coming in by the centre, and Hirusha was smothered on that occasion, and he lost the ball, in fact, but thankfully for him, they were playing under advantage. The referee pulls play back.
Wajid Fahmy is back in the field. I think he's been replaced. Wajid, another budding rugby player. I think we have seen him play, and he has been a fantastic player in his number 7 jersey as well. So he played for Sia a couple of seasons back, and now he's in CHNFC.
Yes, indeed, and Wajid replaced Sudarshan Mudutantri as a beautiful wraparound play by the CR backline, and now Janidu Dilshan gives it out to the wing 3/4 Hirush as he pops the ball back into Janidu Dilshan. CHNFC still with possession, this time through Rohit Rajapaksha, picks and goes and sets things up. Now the forwards through Samuel, big pick and go, and a good tackle coming in, but the referee says has put his arm out for a penalty advantage. Chip kick by Sudam, but he knew that there was an advantage, and that's why he brought in that little chip, but the referee says no advantage and goes back for the penalty. And now Rohit finds touch. CHNFC just 5 meters out from the opposition try line, as we see that replay of the kick by Sudam Suryarachi. Unfortunately did not manage to make anything out of it.
CH, by bringing Wajid Fahmy, what they're actually expecting is some mobility. As we know, CH needs numbers actually out wide as well, because their forwards are pretty tired, as we know, pretty heavy forwards. So Wajid can be a good line-out jump as well.
As the sun sets, Prashant finds Shehan Dias in the line-out, but unfortunately yet another line-out goes begging, and now Chamod Fernando bundled down. Good clean-out coming by Gayan Dilshan, but looks like Pandu Gangamana dives in straight away from the side and concedes a pressure relieving penalty.
Panduka is quite known for his headbutts. He has that power impact suddenly coming and lead in the rucks, but sometimes it can be illegal as well, so here it was penalized. Another opportunity going begging. I think Sia was was looking forward for that line-out drive, and then they defended it very well, so it paying off.
Yes, indeed.
Sia. As you can see over here, very well counted, and there you go, Panduga, that's him, coming from the sides as well.
So a few more changes coming in for CRNFC, as they have just a little bit more than 10 minutes to hold on here at the London Place to secure their first win.
So Panduka is being sin-binned. CH is also playing with 7 players now in the pack. Last 10 minutes of the game. So CH will be losing 1 player, whereas Sia has 1 player in the bin as well, so he should be coming in quite soon. The kick didn't find that distance, but it actually was a touch, so it will be a good relief to Sia as well. So again, once again, CHNFC will be contesting the line out, because it's just inside Sia's 22.
Yes, and I think the yellow card came after the referee consulted his AR, and Zayan Sabah not happy with the ball, as he gets the towel out and goes into center field, center line out rather, as it collected by Shehan Kalnigoda. A good defense coming in. The scrum, the maul not moving, not budging an inch, and Kavindu Di Costa goes to the boot instead as Tenuga Nanakar misjudges it completely, and Rohit Rajapaksha finds himself collecting the possession. Now Sudham goes short side, finds Wajid Fahmy as Shehan wins yet another penalty. Lovely bit of play there by the youngster. Good strong body position over the ball at the breakdown, and there was no move in him as we see the replay. Unfortunately, Wajid Fahmy was isolated, and Shehan straight away pounced on the opportunity and jackaled over the ball and made no mistake.
We saw the tide was actually shifting towards CH, and now once again Sia has got the grip. Just last 8 minutes of the game, Zubey Dure putting into touch. It was a good kick. So this is where pressure is on back again, and Sia in CH half. This time after it took quite a long time that they came in, and it's up to them to actually camp in CH half.
Yes, indeed, and but the good thing is that they did not concede too many points, even though they were stuck in their own half. CRNFC.
Supun Varnakula Surya actually forming in the center, so can expect a center hit, probably using the blind side with the field setting.
Short line out set up by CRNFC, but picked in the front by Samuel Ogbebo, as CHNFC this time concede yet another penalty. CH defenders not supporting their body weight.
First things first, I think very important that Sia wins the line out before they think about the move. I think it's actually Zaber, but it was a good pick by Samuel. Samuel, a young lad just out of Wesley, I think he is actually putting his hands up to the national squad as well. As we can see, some good contesting. We saw him some good runs as well as some support play. So Samuel can be a really good asset for Sri Lanka rugby in future.
Yes, indeed, he did shine back in his school days as well, and he has managed to carry the form through into this club rugby scene as well. But now CRNFC with a prime attacking position and with an opportunity to maybe put this game to bed.
Sia yet to go for their signature line-out drive. I think they were missing with couldn't secure in the line-out, but probably they might be opting for the line-out drive and a clean pickup and sacked by CH players. I think it's pretty legal. Sacking is what that they did it well, and this is what CR need to kind of master as well.
Yes, indeed, and it was Devinder Ratnayaka with the line out, and a good defense coming in by CHNFC. But here goes Samir Pumal, but looks like he has lost possession in contact as Wajid Fahmy is bumped back in the tackle by Dilanjaya. But CHNFC somehow managed to secure possession. Now Sudham gives it out to the big prop forward Ashan Dalin. Sudham gives it out to Rohit Rajapaksha. Kushan Indunil sends it through the hands and Riza Rafaidin with an opportunity to break the line, but good defense coming in by Kanchana Ramanayaka. Looks like he was legal over the ball, but the referee said there is no advantage, and he seems to be going back across the field for the penalty in favor of CHNFC.
As we can see, Kanchana was actually doing a good drift defense over there, and he was right on the man. A very good take as well. Kanchana coming in from that side, right on the man, going for that ball. Pretty legal, but what was called back was actually the penalty in the other side of the field. So again, CH having the opportunity to get out of the jail. There are quite a couple of changes as well. Prasad Madhusanka seems to be having a bad shoulder and he's out. And he's been replaced. He's been...
Well, looks like CH did not manage to find touch. And yes, they didn't. So CR and FC with possession, however, inside their own half. As Sabah gives it out to the first 5-8 of CR and FC as he is brought down in a good tackle. So CH defense finding their hits and coming on, but unfortunately not at the correct time as the kick gets charged down by Samuel. Samuel omnipresent as here goes Sudam. Gives it out to the big prop forward and he gives it out to Kushan Indunil but does not manage to find the ball. Wobbly ball. Hot potato there on that occasion and CHNFC unfortunately does not manage to hold on to possession and concede the knock-on unfortunately. So looks like nothing seems to be going their way in this second half.
We were just talking about Samuel. He's a tall lad and he managed to actually counter that kick. But as you can see, Kanchan actually doing a lot of work over there, identifying the attacker, cutting it through, then actually trying to wrestle the ball as well. So good contender again for man of the match. There are three more minutes. It is very vital that CR hold on to this position and ball because both teams are actually fighting to get that big W under their belt. CH not quite performing, I think, previously with CR, with Candy. So now again with CR. Everyone is in the edge of their seats, looks like.
So Kavindu preparing to feed the scrum inside the CR half, and it's time for us to award the player of the match as CH seemed to be shoving a bit early, but they managed to get the shunt in, but unfortunately illegally, says the referee, and CR and FC win the penalty, and Kavindu just inquiring about how long is left on the clock. So coming back to the man of the match contenders, there was Samuel Ogbebo who put his hand up for a great game in the pack for CHNFC. Then Shehan Kelani got a 2 with winning 4 to 5 turnovers at the breakdown. However, Zubair Dure triumphs everybody for the player of the game in this encounter against CHNFC. Managed a couple of tries and did manage to orchestrate the attack for CHNFC, and that wins him the player of the match award. And now CR just have a couple of minutes to hold on.
Absolutely, I would agree with you, Romario, because I think another close contender was Kanchan Ramanayaka. He did a lot of work, especially in terms of defending. But once again, as you said, Zubair Dure was fantastic when it comes to his securing of the kicks as well in the back and putting some touches as well as orchestrating many moves and scoring a couple of tries as well. So hats off to Zubair Dure for winning the man of the match.
Yes, as we see the highlight of the replay of that earlier line out, unfortunately did not go the way of CHNFC. Well, incidentally, CH are just trailing by 5 points, so a converted try would mean that they could grab this game away from CR, but CR would be hoping to just hold on to things. A good line out win there by Samuel, and CH goes to the ball, sent through the hand as Chanidu Dilshan gives it out to Tenukananakar. He gives it out to Hirusha, cuts back in Hirusha and is brought down by a lovely tackle from Kanchan Ramanayaka. Sudam spreads the ball wide as the big replacement prop forward Nana Kara goes into contact. Now Sudam gives the ball out to the big to Wajid Fahmy, and he takes the ball into contact. The referee says the tackler should release. They do so. Tenuga Nanayakara puts on a goose step, tries to beat the defenders but does not manage to do so. And Kavindu Di Costa kicks the ball out, and that's the end of the game. CRNFC managed to get the victory against CHNFC, 27 points to 22, as CR win a thrilling encounter here at London Place. Can see what that victory means for the CRNFC lads. They lost close to 8 to 10 players to CHNFC, and managing to get the W against their opposition means that they have done their homework. As we see the highlights from the second half, it was a pretty stop-start affair, but CHNFC kicked off the second half with a try early on through Prasad Madhusankar. Unfortunately, Hirusha failed to add the extras, and from then on it was CHNFC actually who piled on the pressure. They did win a couple of penalties, and they managed to score a second try in the second half. This time it was Ganuka Disanayaka, and Tenuga Nanayakara too failed to add the extras. However, CRNFC somehow managed to hold on, and they won penalties courtesy of Shehan Kalanigoda at the breakdown, and it was kicked by Yasas, and which extended the CR lead to 27. And from then on, however, neither team managed to get any points, as both defenders held on firmly. And the last move of the game saw this great piece of defense coming in by the CRNFC players. Kushan Indunil tried to spark things, but unfortunately did not manage to do so. So did Sudam Suryarachi, the replacement scrum half, tried to bring a bit of magic at the number 9 position, but failed to spark anything for the visitors, as CRNFC somehow managed to bring their A game to the fore. Kanchana Ramanayaka had a lovely game in both in defense and in attack, and the final opportunity unfortunately went begging for CHNFC, as a bit of butterfingers from the backline meant that they did not manage to find their target. Chances were there till the dying moments of the game, but unfortunately for the visitors, they did not manage to score that all-important try, which CRNFC somehow managed to hold on, and CR got a deserving 27 points to 22 win, which means that's their first win of this season. And what a team to win it, get that victory against arch rivals CHNFC. So you can see what that win means to the CR lads. As we see the final breakdown, 3 tries and 3 conversions for CRNFC, while CH managed 4 tries but just a single conversion. And that's what cost CHNFC the game. If they had managed to get their kicks on target, I think they would have managed to sneak through a victory. But all the star-studded CHNFC unfortunately fell short against CRNFC. So now we will go in for a quick interview with Ishan Noor, who is on the ground. Bit of a technical difficulty there, unfortunately faced by Ishan and the crew. I think the players who left CR and FC would be kicking themselves, unfortunately. But having said that, I think this young, inexperienced CR lineup stepped up to the fore and managed to get the all-important W against their name. It was good to see the CR backline come in good against this strong CH lineup. And looks like now we are ready to go back to the field with Ishan.
We just witnessed a fantastic game. Arch rivals CRNFC taking over CH at London Place, home of rugby. I think CR managed to get that big W in the first win of the season. And here with us is Kavindu De Costa. Kavindu, මොකද හිතන්නේ? I think අද හොඳ සෙල්ලමක් කරා. මම හිතන්නේ especially continuation එක ගැන. කොහොමද අද මේ සතර ගැන ඔය මොනවද කියන්න තියෙන්නේ?
hard work එක තමයි. hard work එකේ result එක තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් continuity එක කියවද ගොඩක් ට්‍රේන් කරා අපි මේ ලෙවල් එකට එන්න CH වගේ ටීම් එකක් කියන ගොඩක් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් තියෙන ටීම් එක. ඉතින් මගේ යං ප්ලේයර්ස්ට ලොකු එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එකක් මේක සතුටුයි මේක ගැන.
මම හිතන්නේ Zube Dore was man of the match, just man of the match. I think හොඳ සෙල්ලමක් කරා, especially පිටිපස්සෙන් secured kicks මේවා එක්ක සම්බන්ධයෙන්. ඒ වගේම කාංචන රාමනායක. So මොකද හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ young players ලවා කිව්වා වගේම මේ talent එක කොහොමද ඉදිරියට ගන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ?
අපිට නැතුව තිබ්බේ මේක win එක මොකද්ද අපේ ගොඩක් young players ලා. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ට දැන් තේරෙනවා win එකක් ගන්න කොච්චර effort එකක් දාන්න ඕනේද කියලා. ඉතින් ඊළඟ match එකට මේකේ තිබ්බ mistakes හදාගෙන ඊළඟ match එකට focus කරන්න තමයි බලාපොරොත්තු.
So the first win as a captain, 100th anniversary CRNFC එක සම්බන්ධයෙන් ආඩම්බරයක් වගේම ඇති. So මීට අමතරව අපි දන්නවා තව games 6ක් විතර තියෙනවා. Senior players ලකින් contribution, especially සුපුන් වර්ණකුඩසූරිය ආයසරයක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. මේක හරගෙන කොතනද අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ, කොතනද CRNFC බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මේ සෑන්ඩ් එකේ ඉන්න මේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එකේ?
ඉස්සලාම ලීග් එක ගත්තම step by step. ඉතින් අපේ තුන්වෙනි match එක ඉවර කරේ. දැන් ඒක ඉවරයි. අපේ next focus එක Navy. ඉතින් ඒ match එක ඉවර වෙනකන් අපි අනිත් match ගැන focus කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් match coach ගේ plan එකට අනුව අපි match by match තමයි step එකක් අරගෙන යන්නේ.
Superb. That was the winning captain Kavindu De Costa. Congratulations once again and all the very best. So here we are with CRNFC up for the next game, and fantastic game. I think we saw both teams actually contesting really well. So again, home of rugby, here we are. That's me, Ishan Noor, out for the night. Good night and thank you.
Yes, thank you, Ishan, for that lovely interview with Kavindu De Costa, the captain of CRNFC. As we see the CR lads enjoying the victory already. I'm sure it'll be quite a long night for them. So the only encounter remaining is Havelocks as a host, Yafos. Both teams coming off victories last weekend. And it'll be quite a thrilling encounter at Havelock Park. As we see the final highlights from today's encounter.
We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are, in life's journey. This is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us. We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis, pioneered by the same indomitable spirit that continues to give life to your dreams. Every day, wherever you are in life's journey, this is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.